How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the What's Up Eddie channel, Divine Therapy Sessions, and of course, I'm the one and only Eddie. So glad to have you guys back, and these are my Divine Therapy Sessions. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about the dream state. This is going to go under ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom. Obviously, we all dream, right? So when I first started deciphering my dreams, and I'm going to explain how to do this, right? It's a different language. Before I just thought that dreams were just dreams, right? It's like sometimes they're scary, sometimes they're not, sometimes they're really nice, sometimes it just depends, right? We all dream about different things. I notice, and I'll get into this too, I feel like the more trauma you have, the darker the dream is, right? Okay, so to break the news, a lot of us know this, but if you don't know this out there, the dream state is actually, they could be prophetic messages. They could be messages for you. It's one of the languages that your guides, your higher self, God is talking to you. This is the way that they're able to get messages to you. Now, I think there's an altered state to this too. There is a low vibrational state to this, and I'll explain this part as well. You might want to stick around for this because this is an important one. Okay, so everything in a dream, it doesn't. Sometimes the dream is exactly how it goes. And the dream ends up becoming the truth. And then people say it's a coincidence, right? I know I used to do that before as well, where like I would dream that, you know, I don't know, that someone was following me, and then I ignored it, right? And then until I got another message that was different from the dream state, saying to listen to your dreams because your dreams are telling you what you need to know right now. And so these are for the people out there who are in your beginning of your spiritual journey, because the other side doesn't want you to know this information, because this information is freeing. It's going to free you. So when I started listening to the messages, I found that so in that message, someone was following me, right? And come to find out that was the truth. I wasn't paying attention to my surroundings, and I don't know what that person was doing, but I definitely made it known that I knew that person was following me, right? And so I stopped it. I cut the snake at the head. And so I tell you this story just to know that sometimes it's a warning like that, right? You know, I don't know what those people or what that person was going to do, but I do know now that you know, it's imperative for us to know that that there's many ways that these messages come across, right? This is what was told to me, and I'm giving you this gold for yourself. So when you have a dream, when you're coming out of the dream state, I think it's called the twilight. You're in that twilight stage. In that portion, you're still in the dream state. That's why it's important for you to have a journal by your bedside. Bust that journal out. Start writing your dream out. Details, even if it's just chopped up, write the chopped up, because if you're sitting there in the meditative state, you're still there. So close your eyes, try to remember it, and it'll come back to you, flood in here and there. And whenever throughout the day you just remember something, go write it down. Okay, the thing is like this. Sometimes you're able to decipher the dream immediately. This will happen if you continuously do this. What I mean continuously do this is continuously journal your dreams. Journal all of the dreams, because your dreams are telling you something. And you guys, sometimes your dream is only deciphered by you. You're the only one that's going to be able to do that, because it's specially built for you. It's in your conscious. That's your connection with the ethers. And so I'll tell you, breaking the news, that your dreams mean stuff. You're not just dreaming for fun. And so when you start to write down your dreams and you go back to them and you go to decipher them, sometimes you'll find that they're a prophetic message. It's actually telling you something in the future. It's telling something that you're going through, or yeah, it's usually your present or your future. Sometimes it will tell you your past. It just depends. You have to use your. This is why I say it's important for us as people to develop our intuition. Intuition. If you run off intuition and you have a heightened state, you guys, it's hard for people to penetrate that armor. God's built this for you. That beautiful ability, because it's a survival thing. It's a way that you can live your life in a better place, right? You're able to foresee things, man, and you're able to see situations where people are, because everyone can smile, but you don't know sometimes maybe they might be faking it, right? Your intuition, that thing, that alert system, that spidey sense goes off, and that's going to alert you, right? So I would say I have another video on how to develop your intuition. Watch that video, you guys. It's important. Okay, so you've journaled your messages, you're translating them. You'll start to find out that some of the dream state, it's not exactly how the dream goes, right? So like, let's see. Let me see if I can find an example. Let's say you're dreaming that your teeth fall out. I've had a couple of dreams like that, right? Where your teeth are falling out. I forget what it means. I wish I knew what it meant. But so you think that sometimes you think that it's like a negative thing, but sometimes it's positive, and sometimes it's a warning of something, right? Or that something's going on in the present that needs to stop. I forget exactly what it means, but check it out. There might be someone watching this video who just had a dream where your teeth fell out. Look into that. It may be a message for you that you need to change something up in your life, right? That's what's beautiful about it. It could be it doesn't have to be such like a warning. I know a lot of times we're fear-based, so we go straight to the warnings, right? But like sometimes it's as easy as I know once they're trying to tell me to stop eating spicy food because it's hurting your stomach. But the way that they showed me in the dream, it had nothing to do with eating. It was like a whole different thing. But when I translate it and go onto Google, or there's books that decipher dreams, and it'll show you exactly what you need to know. Okay, so you guys, this is like a different language. I got this download. It's a while back. And what I mean by downloads, if you don't know what that means, a download is when you open yourself up, right? You open up your channel, because we have three states of being: the mind, the body, and the spirit. Mind, body, soul, however you want to look at it. And I believe the spirit side, the Native Americans, every ethnicity has their own way to say it, but they look at it as like a spider web, right? I only use this example because it's my culture, right? But this spider web connects us all in like I wouldn't say the Matrix, but it possibly could be, right? But these channels connect all of us, but it connects us to source, and source being God, right? So when you open up your channel, what is it called? The central mind, the one mind, right? They call it the conscious mind. And when the conscious mind, because all of us, that's why I look at it like this, you guys. The dream state, like you have people on planet Earth who actually can, without any other conduit, they are the conduit, they are the channel. They're able to decipher messages and pick up energies of people, right? All they have to do is touch them or be in their presence in their 6-foot radius, right? So what I tell you is this, is that if you can tap into the conscious mind, that central channel, you get these messages, right? So going back to what was I saying? Going back to the darn traffic's distracting me. Going back to deciphering the message, sometimes it doesn't go exactly as you. All right, back at it. I had to rewind it and see what I was saying. So yeah, so essentially, I believe that when you connect to the channel that's in the spirit realm, we can actually pick up on energies. So they say that everything on planet Earth has already happened. That's why with it, like when someone who's enlightened, you hear these guru teachers, they say everything is everything, and everything will always be everything, because everything has already happened. And you ask yourself, how the hell is that possible? I know for me, for a long time, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But then I started to realize, how is it that you think of like something like, okay, so when you pick up on everything is energy, right? So all you have to do is you can use tarot, you can use astrology, you can use yourself, because I'm a channeler. I have the prophetic message. I pick up on energies. I don't talk about this quite yet because I'm tuning into it, and I'm tuning my my mind to this, right? Or I guess my spirit, my body. Much work to do, and it's like anything. It's a tool. You have to get to a place where you're. It's like a muscle. You're strengthening it, but you have to keep utilizing it, right? It's if you don't use it, you lose it. So you have to keep using it. It's like intuition. That's what I teach about intuition. But getting back to it, yeah, everything has energy at the end of the day. So like that's why I say with like tarot, there's like these tarot people. I guess I would say tarotists. I don't know what you call it, but they that's probably not how you say it, but you know what I mean. They can pick up on energies of what people are doing, what they're putting out, what they have against another person, this type of thing, right? Or their love interest. That's why a lot of the times you have people who they can find out what people are doing because it's already happened, or it's going to happen. So everything can change because a person doesn't have to follow the energy, but that's the energy they're in, and the energy is right here, right? And so that's because the mind is connected to the conscious mind, the one mind. The one mind is God, source, right? That's why they say the divine source, divine genius is afforded to all of us. You have to open yourself up to that. Okay, so I say this. If there's a story already in the line of tarot, every card means something, right? Every one of those things. And this is an ancient art. I don't know if it's so ancient, but it's ancient to us, right? If they could pick up on a storyline, that means that we have a storyline to play out as well. Some of us, and I do believe that we could change that story. We can come here and choose to be shitty people and not live up to what God has planned for us. Believe me, I know. I've just found out that what it should have been, and you have to align yourself to that story. Timelines get distorted. I know this is deep and it's hard to follow, but when you start to open your mind, it's 333 on the clock. There's ascended masters around me right now, working through me to teach you. Keep listening. I promise you're going to get something. One thing out of this is going to change your life. Yeah. So when you open your mind up, and you start to realize that, okay, yeah, so I was just saying that like the storyline, people can pick up on it. And so I got downloads, and that's what I was saying, the downloads. I finally came back to the point. Downloads happen, and it doesn't matter how you think that you're getting the information. The fact is that you're getting the information, and that information is accessible at any time. And all you have to do is ask. And you have to attune your body, mind, and soul so you can get to that point. Yes, there are people who are gifted. I believe that I'm one of them, and you very well may be as well. But it does take for us to keep ourselves aligned, right? Okay, so I believe that there is a story going on right now, and you are being watched by the spirit realm. I know people don't like hearing this, that you think that like we're here alone on planet Earth. That is a lie. It is a lie you've gotten bought into. There is something that you cannot see in front of your eyes. Your eyes aren't picking up on everything. Your eyes will fill in the blanks. Did you not know that? And if you don't know, you know it now. It's only picking up a percentage of what's going on in front of you, right? That's why they say opening up your spiritual eyes is a different outlook, because you start to realize you could literally look at a situation with a pair of glasses. You take the pair of glasses off and it looks different, right? Same thing with the spiritual world. There is a divine order and they're watching you. You are in a test. Your life is a test. This is your grandest moment. You're living it right now. That's the beauty in it. And you can change your life at any time. You don't have to follow the timeline that they've built for you. That's the Matrix. They've built it for you to think that you need to wake up, go to a 9-to-5, be miserable, be slave to that, go home, drown yourself in drugs and alcohol, or drown yourself in sex, or drown yourself in pornography, or drown yourself into the monotonous thinking that's built through fear-based television, fear-based radio, fear-based commentary, whatever that narrative is. You don't need to be in that place. I'm telling you that freeing yourself even 25% will change your life. Believe me when I say this. It will start to change your life completely and utterly. But getting back to the dream state, those are all channeled messages right now that you're listening to. That's all channeled. That's coming from the divine. I didn't pre-stage this. I don't pre-stage it. Not anymore. In my early videos I did, but now all of this comes from my guides. They're literally working through me. And when you open your vessel up like that, that's what they will do for you. Promise you. Okay, so there is like a downside to this, I would say, in the dream state. Okay, so I know it's hard for people to digest, but I believe that, okay, so this is my belief system on it. Let me fix my camera real quick. My belief system on the dream state is this. I don't think there's a difference between the waking dream and the sleeping dream. I believe that they both, because when you decipher your dream, it becomes a reality, right? So I think that it's two versions of the same story, right? When you think about it like that, it opens your mind up to a wide variety of possibilities. That's why I always say that there's something more, and that's why I believe in God, because there's got to be the one creator. I believe that is Elohim, the Lord Almighty. That is my belief system, and I give glory to God, because God is my refuge, and He's the one who brings me out. I say He because I'm a guy, but I don't think God has a sex. You know what I mean? It's just my language, right? Men do that. Women say she. So just so you know, so I'll say this, you guys. There is there's the upside that I just explained, and there's the downside. I believe that there are people out there that have spiritual gifts that are using them for low vibrational reasons. I believe that people can enter the dream state, whether you believe it or not. Think about it like this: when you ever watch television, that's why I'm saying, you guys, the narrative that Hollywood, the narrative that they have. They're telling you everything. They're literally giving you the picture and laughing in your face, because they're giving it to you, and we watch it and we resonate with it. I don't know if you know, but you ever watch those magician or those shows where they have powers? You ever have watched those storylines where like it just resonates with you? And let's just say that like I'm Native American and I watch a Greek movie, or I watch a Western, or I watch like a mythology a video, and for some weird reason I felt like I've lived a life that was like in that time period, because you guys, you're resonating with it. Like I said before, everything is, always will be, is always gonna be, right? It's already happened, and you're living it now at the same time. You're living a chapter in your life, and every day's an episode. Sounds crazy, right? It's not. Okay, so I believe that there is spiritual gifts, and some of these gifts are tainted, or they use it for low vibrational means, and they're tainting it. I do believe that we're in a position now where in this new age, where it's coming from, the source, it comes from God, right? I think God is going to put His foot down. Now, I don't speak for God. God speaks for Himself, But I believe that now is the time, and that's why I tell people, my camera's coming down. That's why I tell people, be careful how you use your gifts, because they will be taken away. That's what they say. What? God giveth, and God will take it away. So be careful, man. Use those gifts to uplift humanity, uplift other people. Don't use it to control people. You're going to get hurt. I don't know how any other way to tell you that. Stop using your spiritual gifts to hurt and wound people. Everything is in a system of checks and balances. We know that through the universal law. That universal law is a commandment by God's words. So if God is saying it and he's gifted you it and you're using it for low vibrational means, the inorganic ones, you're gonna get hurt. It's gonna come back to you. It may not have happened before because we were in a timeline, but now they're merging. The time is done. Your time is up. You either repent and stop what you're doing. You're still going to pay for what you've done. We all have to pay for our sins. No sin will go unseen. Everything is being recorded because you have a heart. Yes, I'm talking to you. You have a heart. Your heart records. It is a recording system. That's why everything is seen. That goes into the big book, right? What is the big book? The Akashic Records. Your Akashic Records is being written every single day. So start utilizing your God-given opportunity of this lifetime to uplift humanity. Don't go into people. That's why I say, you guys, I know I'm going on tangents, but I'm getting mad downloads right now. In the dream state, there are the other ones that can go into your dream state and manipulate it. That's why there's like, well, you guys, I don't care what other people think of me anymore. I don't give a shit. I'm letting you know the truth. The truth is this, that all of us come from a pagan ancient ancestry. Where do you think it all started, right? We don't know. We keep unearthing new stuff, right? So I'm telling you, all of our ancestors were like that. And whether you think it's called evolution or whatever it is, we end up going to find out that we have extra ability. And what I'm talking about right now, most people, and it is an extra ability because most people won't believe it when you're saying it to them. That's the gift that I talk about. What's talked about in the Bible, where it is a code where you can't see inside the Bible. The Bible holds so much. It's not just the lessons that are taught in it. There's hidden a codex in it. That's why they say there's like books that mad geniuses. I forget what is it, the Zohar? There's context within context. You're not going to be able to understand it unless you've been attuned to it, right? Same thing goes for this stuff. So I would just say, be careful in the dream state. Protect yourself, because there are people who are entering in the dream state. That is punishable. The divine. This is why I say, you guys, the divine order. They don't play, man. They don't play. And I keep trying to warn the people that are messing with this, because there are people who are messing with royalty, royal bloodlines. You don't know who you're messing with at the end of the day. What if you're messing with an angel who came from the divine order, and you're playing with that person? You don't know who you're playing with. What if they come from royalty? You don't know. And you're over here playing with hexes, curses, spells, entering dream states, trying to alter timelines. You're gonna get jacked up, because you guys, at the end of the day, on the spiritual side, there's ancestors that have passed. Why do you, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm getting so much right now. Why do you think, I'm getting channeling ofrenda. Why do you think that people celebrate the dead? because they are the ones that are protecting us. Each one of us lived in this timeline to do better, to break generational curses, to break the timelines that were there before, to break the curses, right? All of us are cursed. That's why I'm saying, you guys, when you change all of this, I'm telling you, your ancestors are celebrating you. And that's why I'm saying not everyone in your family, not everyone in your friend group are on your side, because you're doing something that they cannot do. And if you're gifted, and if they know that you are, it goes without saying, people have bad hearts. They're going to be envious and jealous, and they're going to try to stop that. I'm telling you this, that for not to be against your family, but to open your eyes and look around, because then you'll start to notice. When you start to notice, it's scary, very scary. But all right, guys, went on a huge channel right there, but all those things are gifts that I'm talking about. 1230 on the clock. You might want to look at angel number 1230, 1230. It might be a message for you. Yeah, guys, the dream state is a place that is a reality, right? There's multiple versions of reality, and I believe that that's one that is literally trying to tell you. I believe that when we go into the dream state, we're healing. That's why we dream, right? Also, I believe that's when we check back in with the other side. There's a lot of things that we don't even remember, right? So I believe that rest is imperative. I believe that annotating your dreams and deciphering them is a complete version. I think it's like a good review, a completion of that dream state, because you're acknowledging it on this side, right? Yeah, guys, I think that's all I got for this one. It ran a little bit long, I know, but this information is beautiful. It is for you guys. This is not to scare you. It's to uplift you, to make you knowledged. It's like this, man. I heard this the other day, and it just freaking tripped me out. I forget where I heard it from, but someone was saying that I think they're talking to Harriet Tubman, and I forget if it was Harriet Tubman or Rosa Parks. It was a female who was freeing slaves, and she said that I wish that the slaves in that time period knew that they were actually slaves. I could have freed more people. And to me, that knocked me off my shoes. Imagine that. Some of the people in slavery didn't even know that they were in slavery because of the generation. That's a generational curse, you guys. That's it's sad. It saddens my heart, because you realize that sometimes, like, you think about like the stages of slavery, right? Where they came off of being in chains to being in houses, and those houses were it was a chain. It was being in chains. I'm deciphering it, so I'm channeling this. They were in chains into working the fields of the people that had them in chains. So they just took the chains off and put them into the economy of America, right? And so then once that happened, then they bought their freedom. It's a sadness, right? But then they bought their freedom to only be imprisoned in another prison, and another prison, and another prison, and until you get to the day state now, where it's actually they're in now, and it isn't just in the culture of an African American. This is the culture of a Native American. This is a culture of anyone with melanin in their blood. Mexicans, Aztecs, Native Americans, Ethiopians, Africans. You name it. We all go through this. But I use that example because it's something that we can actually decipher and look at, right? Oh man, I lost my train of thought, but you see, I had a point to make, but I forget what it is. I'm just telling you that, like, sometimes you don't. Oh yeah, the going back to the message of some people don't even know they're in that state of prison, and until you're freed. Until that freedom begins, true freedom, that's what I'm trying to say, that we're all sovereign beings, that it's in our blood, it's in our DNA, And when you free yourself, ascend, they can't take anything from you because it's within you. The only thing that's hard about this situation is that each lifetime you don't remember. I don't don't remember what happened in the last one. All I know is this one right here, right now. But I do know that I was born in curse. I was born cursed. I was born in poverty. I was born with these generational curses of lack. I was born to have ego, to inflate myself, to inflate my ego, my pride, but have low self-esteem. Those are curses, generational curses. Learn that. And then another curse is that you only have your looks. You're not intelligent, which was a lie that was told to me often, but is a lie at the end of the day. All right. And so that's all I got to say to you guys. You know, it's when you start to open yourself up, you guys, all this stuff floods in. I didn't have to read this stuff. This stuff is knowledge without knowing. This is gifted to you, and it can be gifted to you as well. I know you know what I'm talking about on the other side of this camera. I love you guys so much. I only do this so you guys can be in the know, have knowledge. I love you guys so much. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Holla! All right, guys.